Ребятки, всем привет. Всем привет, привет, привет. Так, продолжаем мы играть в Шерлока. Что-то как там, суета туда-сюда. Остановились мы вчера на каких-то пещерах там непонятных. Вообще непонятно. Вот они. Ха-ха-ха. О, опять тупым к этим. Конечно, вот вроде бы игра про детектива Англии где-то 20 века. Ну, конец 19-го, начало 20-го. Какой нафиг замок Майя? Ошалеть. Эх, не хотел налево идти. Не придется. Привет, до побачення, а? Сокрови... Сокровища, ля. Прикиньте, в реальной жизни столько золота. У, ошалеть. Ага. И как же тебя гадость такая открыть? Ну, циферки. Давай начнем по последовательности. Раз, два, на третье. Это у нас четвертак. Ха. Наверное, опять эта палочка вот эта вот. О, пока руку не отгрызла, живем. Это 6. Сейчас мы тут проходим движух суету. Нет, и остается одна вот эта вот суета, типа десяткой. Ага, вот это поворот, ни хрена себе, михремаха. Так вот как чувак руки лишился тот. Он сунул не в то, что надо, и ему руку хренакс отгрызли. Ой, это вообще... Ага. Тох, привет, привет, привет. Я тоже рад видеть. Так, улей. Так, давай посмотрим, может еще что-то сможем. Этюд в зеленых тонах. Ага. А чё, подожди, что, звука игры нету? Бля, прикинь, сбилась. Все, вот сейчас, по идее, должно быть тух. Сейчас скажем. А, появилась, вот,
Father,
видишь.
Mr. Orson Wilde is here, and I'm going to stay with Miss Alice.
What?
Did you forget? Orson Wilde, you know, the star of American
Звезда
theatre.
американского
And he's
театра.
visiting and staying with us. You did forget?
No, not that. I meant you wanting to stay with Miss Alice.
Yes, that's right. Miss Alice suggested it. She told me you couldn't possibly refuse.
It's just, I'd like to have been informed.
You'll have to get used to it, Mr. Holmes. Miss Caitlin is growing up.
Guess what, Mrs. Hudson? Mr. Wilde is here to study my father's character for his next
О,
play.
ништяк.
And he won't be disappointed, will he? Father is so pig-headed.
Самота
I
всего
can't
прямо.
believe it. The great Sherlock Holmes standing in front of me. I'm sure that our two brains will.
Ага.
Brains.
Это все момент. Так, я извиняюсь буквально. Извиняюсь. А. О, как мы его раскусили-то, а? Шали. Уорсон еще нет звезда американского театра, прибывший в Лондон для изучения роли Шерлока Холмса. Вероятно, изучение началось раньше. Курит табак такой же марки, что и Холмс. Уорсон самовлюбленно следует моде обожает. Ха-ха-ха.
Mr. Wilde, your room.
Charming. This is such a fascinating city.
We need to talk.
I'd rather not. You're going to be angry again. Goodbye, Mr. Wilde.
Is it 5 o'clock already? I think I might go and ask Mrs. Hudson for some tea.
Туриндюк какой-то.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive.
Так. Ну.
My analysis table. It's useful for my work. A map of London and its surroundings. It would be better to examine Wilde's belongings before he returns.
Ага.
Oh, Wilde's already making himself at home.
Гаденыш, а? Он не думает, чувствует себя как дома. Аж шагли.
Wilde truly has a perfect disguise kit. Do actors really need all this? I use the same brushes for makeup. This must be grease paint. Face powder of an excellent quality.
I forgot my hat. Father?
I'm just checking,
You've got something on your face. Is it makeup?
it might be. Practicing my disguises, you know me.
Полила, а?
No, don't touch that!
Придурок, осуждаю.
Ah, Mrs. Hudson, with our tea.
Not quite. We have a visitor. However, the lady is not so much angry as perplexed.
Good day to you, gentlemen. My name is Mary Sutherland. I have come to you, Mr. Holmes, because I would give everything I have to know what has become of Mr. Hosmer Angel.
Why the haste, Miss Sutherland?
Mr. Hosmer Angel has disappeared, and my father, Mr. Winterbank, will do nothing. It makes me so angry.
О. Наверное, вот так вот. О. Не, братуха, это очки, наверное, понимаешь, оправы-то разные есть, которые вообще неприятно носить. Сейчас, подожди, еще по работе отправили сообщение момент. Еще одно извинение. Так.
Mr. Windybank is your stepfather, surely, since the name is different?
Indeed, I call him father, although he is barely older than myself.
And your mother is alive?
Oh, yes. Although I wasn't best pleased when she married again, and so soon after father's death, and to a man so much younger than herself.
What is your connection with Mr. Hosmer Angel?
I met him at the gasfitters' ball. Mr. Winterbank did not wish for me and
Познакомились
mother
на
to
балу
attend.
газопроводчиков. Мистер
He never
Уилсон,
did
это,
wish us
блядь,
to go
а?
anywhere, but this time I was quite set on it. Fortunately, he left for France upon some business, and so didn't have any say in it. And I met Mr. Angel that night. We met again after that and would take walks together. Then father returned, and we could no longer meet.
Why was your stepfather against your going anywhere?
Well, he didn't like anything of that sort. He used to say that a woman should be happy in her own family circle.
Did Mr. Hosmer Angel make no attempt to see you?
Well, father was going off again in a week, and Hosmer wrote and said that it would be better for us not to see each other until father had gone. After that, he stopped writing.
Do you have your own income?
I do, from an inheritance. It was left to me by my Uncle Ned in Auckland.
Then you have all that you could wish for, naturally.
Well, I live at home and don't wish to be a burden to my family, so they have the use of the money.
Were you engaged?
Oh yes, Mr. Holmes. Right after the first walk that we took.
Where does Mr. Angel live?
I don't know exactly. I address all of his letters to the Leadenhall Street post office for collection.
Is there
вот
anything
еще
else that you
другие
can tell me
мелочи,
about
да.
Mr. Angel?
He is a very shy man. He would rather walk with me in the evening, so as to be discreet. I put a missing persons notice in last Saturday's Chronicle. Here's a copy, and a letter from him.
Haha, a love letter. Yes, I see. As I anticipated, this validates my deductions perfectly.
What deductions, Mr.
Mr. Wilde. Holmes. Teller.
Показушник, а. Так, ладно, первые улики есть. Эх. Так,
A love
фуфломится.
letter? Aren't you dying to read it, Holmes? A love letter? Aren't you dying to read it, Holmes?
Mr. Holmes, what do you think about the letter on the table? Do you think...
Это Армазида. Добрый МШС, рост мистера, тогда сколько 5 футов, 7 дюймов, крепкое телосложение, бледный цвет лица, волосы темные, пышные бакенбарды и усы. Возможно, носит цветные очки. Последний раз мистера Энджела видели одетым в черный шелковый сюртук, черный жилет и серые корейские твидовые брюки. Он работал в кабинете на Линхилл-стрит. Ну-ка. Если вы владеете какой-нибудь информацией, пожалуйста, сообщите. Любая помощь в поиске этого джентльмена будет оплачена. Не вопрос. Наберем. Твоей семьи, которая не сказала.
This is strange. The love letter is typewritten. Good quality paper, quite smooth.
Так, подождите, что-то.
Hosmer Angel decided not to leave his signature. I'm waiting for the moment when your stepfather leaves. Miss Sutherland only met with Hosmer Angel while the stepfather was absent. Let's study this letter more closely.
Так.
There are some letters with typographical defects. Miss Sutherland, do you have any other letters from Mr. Angel?
Unfortunately not. But I've brought my father's letter from Paris. Here it is.
The stepfather's letter is also typewritten. Quite common paper with a light yellow tint. Fairly common ink, nothing special. I hope that you'll be an obedient girl. Miss Sutherland's... The stepfather is trying to keep the daughter at home. Let's study this letter more closely. There are some letters with typographical defects. Both letters have typographical defects. They merit further attention.
Ага.
This letter has a defect. One more letter with a defect.
Так.
One more letter with a defect. One more letter with a defect. One. Ah, there's the same letter with the same defect in both instances.
Которые ничего не смыслят в любви, да?
Another letter match with the same defects. One more letter with a defect. Another letter match with the same defects. So, based on the specific defects, we could say that these letters were composed on the same typewriter.
Конечно, одна и та же машина. Естественно. Так. Угу. Так. Да чё, еще чё? А. Вот так. Конечно, ну это быстро можно было так вот разобраться с вот этим вот. Ну ладно.
What else can I tell you?
I think this case is fairly obvious.
Бля. Угу, дайте, тут такой вариант можно сыграть еще. Ну, попробуем вот так, может.
You should try to let Mr. Hosmer Angel vanish from your memory, as he has done from your life.
Then you don't think I'll see him again?
I fear not.
Then what has happened to him?
It doesn't matter. He has left and he will never come back. There is nothing you can do.
Oh, Mr. Holmes. No, I cannot forget him. I shall be true to Hosmer. I shall wait for him. Goodbye, Mr. Holmes.
Holmes could have been more diplomatic.
Ха-ха-ха-ха-ха-ха-ха-ха-ха. Ночью.
What is going on?
Mr. Holmes, is everything all right?
Oh my God. Go back to your flat. Calm down, Toby. Now. Calm down, Toby. Now. Let's see what this... Calm down, Toby. Now. Let's...
О,
It's ticking. It's ticking. I see wires inside. They could be connected to the cover. A fancy ticking homemade gift from a secret admirer. I have 2 minutes to defuse it. There are wires attached to the bell and hammer. When the alarm triggers, the bomb will explode. Aha! This solenoid protects the bomb from being easily diffused. If it loses its power supply, it will close contact between the secondary chain wires and the bomb will explode. A source of electricity for the detonation. A package with explosive material. There are wires going in and out. It's useless to predict how they might be tangled up inside. A package with
и
a source.
перемотал.
A fancy ticking homemade gift from a secret admirer. I have 2 minutes to defuse it. There are wires attached to the bell and hammer. When the alarm triggers, the bomb will explode. Aha! This. If it loses its power. A package with explosive. A package. A source of electricity for the detonation. A source of electricity for the detonation. There are wires. There are. Aha! This solenoid. If it loses its.
Понятно.
A fancy ticking homemade gift from a secret admirer. There are wires attached to the bell and hammer. When the alarm triggers, the bomb will explode.
Ну я не
A
взрывник.
fancy There are wires attached to the bell and hammer. When the alarm triggers, the bomb will explode. Aha! This solenoid protects the bomb from being easily diffused. If it loses its power supply, it will close contact between the secondary chain wires and the bomb will explode. Whew. A package with explosive material. There are wires going in and out. It's useless to predict how they might be tangled up inside. A source of electricity for the detonation. There are wires attached to the bell and hammer. When the alarm triggers, the bomb will explode.
На вроде бы все перерезал. Фу, я думал, сейчас опять подорвусь.
What happened?
Just a small bomb.
Somebody wants to kill me? What for?
I don't believe that you were the target.
Who then?
Mr. Holmes, are you all right? I saw the bloke. I tried to catch him, but he escaped.
Can you describe the man?
He was thin, about 5'5", with black hair and a hair lip.
Wiggins, tell us everything you saw.
The fellow was watching your place, so I thought maybe he's a client. But then he took something out of his jacket and threw it, smashing your window. I shouted at him and he took off. I grabbed him by the sleeve, but he wriggled out of his jacket and left it. I'm sorry I didn't catch him, Mr. Holmes.
You did very well, Wiggins. Now, let's take a look at that jacket.
Here it is.
Good job, Wiggins. Here's a penny.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Holmes.
Так.
Who tried to kill me, Mr. Holmes?
Да кому ты нахрен нужен, а? Вот Собакин
Good
красавчик.
job, Toby.
Тоби. Молодец.
JT are the owner's initials.
Согласен.
Let's see what's inside.
There could be a hidden message that's been written with some lemon juice.
No, don't touch anything else.
Ой, дурак.
There are ink stains on this piece of paper. I could read the text with the help of my analysis table if Wilde hadn't already destroyed it.
Так. Ну, я предположу, что все-таки случайно он это сделал. Ой, Йоргу, мы будем платить за его ча, ля-ля 3 рубля.
A poem. But what does it mean?
This isn't a poem. It's a song called Rally Mohawks. That great moment when America rebelled against England's dominance. Then rally, boys, and hasten on to meet. And I bet they hoisted a tankard of ale and invented a new nation, along with deciding if this was the week they got to dump some tea into yon harbor.
Why ever did he keep such a song in his pocket? Thanks to Wilde, my analysis tape.
Так. Была пабом, который использует как турное место для встреч, находится на Юнион-стрит на севере Бостона. В начале 19 века. Давай. Ова.
That's all I can do for now. Let's try and get a few hours of sleep.
How can you sleep when there is someone trying to kill me? How selfish.
Пошел ты, эгоист, а. Вообще шалеть, блин, шалеть.